Hello, hello, my friends, and welcome back to The Last of Us Part 2. Now, if the fates, and by that I mean my router, smile down on us, then maybe we'll be able to finish this today. We still have a few hours of gameplay left. We were not able to finish the, like, quote-unquote epilogue because there is a post game after that. We weren't able to finish the epilogue last week because my internet cut out right at the last like 5-10 minutes, which is, you know, a regular issue. But it be like that sometimes, I guess. I don't know. I don't understand why this game does that. Cause like I I don't have great internet. It acts up plenty. You guys have seen it in stream after stream, in game after game, and it's unfortunate, but it's just what I got to deal with. But what I have not been able to understand is like why this game
Listen up,
specifically
sheep. Your dinner awaits you in the barn, so come on.
has had
No
constant
wait.
technical
Barn
difficulties.
time.
Like The
Daisy.
Last of Us Part
Stay on
2
that.
has genuinely had more technical problems than any game I have streamed in my
Wow.
entire Twitch
That's a lot of
career,
sheep.
which is, a year and
What do
what,
you think that is?
4 months?
Let's count. 1,
A year and 3 months,
2.
something like that.
Better stop, 'cause I'm getting sleepy.
Can I? Okay, I can run.
Eugene. Hey, inside, inside.
Yep, get in,
Todd.
get in.
Move it or lose it.
Go, 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 go.
We definitely have way too many sheep.
Good babies.
Hey, what do you say we eat some of them? You home enough, buddy?
As long as it's not the
Just a few
baby.
more.
We can munch on a couple as long as it's not
I
the
got one for
baby.
you. What's the quietest animal on a farm? A sheep. You're old.
Alright, and that's it for tonight,
Doesn't
guys.
even have a deep appreciation for these jokes.
Thanks, I hate it.
Okay, one more. What do you get when you cross an angry sheep and a mad cow? An animal that's in a bad mood.
All of a sudden,
Mama likes that one too.
I need a nap. Like a 3-hour nap. Oh, you guys just ran in on your own. Well, I'm not complaining.
Nice job, JJ.
Bro, you're breathtaking.
Okay, guys, we'll see you tomorrow.
It's
Hey,
over there.
how'd you get out?
Hello. Hello, baby.
Come on, little dude.
Oh, no. Hambo! Hey, buddy. We seem to be having a little bit of a bad time where she's having a Vietnam flashback.
Come on, little guy. Do you want to eat?
Why is it running into the... How you doing, Hambo? We're having a bad time here. No, apparently we're not.
Ellie? Hey, Ellie. Look at me. It's okay. You're home. You're home. Breathe, breathe. Okay, I'm gonna take him, okay?
Jesus.
Sorry. I don't know what... I was just bringing him...
That's horrifying.
Oh, man.
good. Haven't had any excitement in a while.
Got my old man beard in today and it's amazing. Oh, you finally grew one? Congratulations! Graduated from the Peach Fuzz. Nice. Nice.
Okay.
Ooh, I got a rabbit. Ooh, horsey. What was her horse's name at the beginning of the game? Shimmer? Glimmer? Something like that. I think it was Shimmer. I missed that horse. But Furio posted it up in Piano's Discord. Oh, I gotta see this. I gotta see this. Where do we have that again? Show and tell?
Hey.
Oh my god, that's funny.
Took a little longer than I thought.
Oh no.
Just come inside.
You're Gandalf the Oinky.
Oh, that's quite a grip you got there.
Hey, Tommy.
It's Tommy.
There you are.
Here, you take it. Come here.
Well, hey guys, good news. He survived the gunshot to the face. Well, his leg's still damaged and it looks like he lost his eye, but...
See you.
You too. You getting heavy.
No, just a big ball of muscle.
Town's good? Maria good?
Oh, she's fine. We're taking some time apart.
Aw, no.
Sorry.
Nah. We talked about it a lot. And, yeah, it's what we both want, so.
He got shot in the face last episode.
Come sit.
It was really unfortunate, but it looks like he made it out okay.
So I've been putting out feelers for months now. And this new guy heard my story. He told me about a woman that he traded with while he was moving through California. Described her as built like an ox, traveling with a kid with scars across his face. He said they're living along this coast in a beach sailboat.
Not good. All the bullets are made of chocolate.
Right here. That's gotta be her.
You know, I don't think that's what they mean when they say eat lead, but... I mean, if it works... Ooh. She's really thinking about it.
Well, I can't go.
They still want revenge. Or he still wants revenge, at least.
All right.
I mean, the entire rest of her group is gone.
Reckon it's easy. Forget about her. You sitting all comfy way out here?
Hey,
Whoa, whoa,
I'll
no,
make
no,
her
no,
tell you,
no,
Tommy.
no.
That's what you said when we got back to Jackson.
Tommy.
What a joke.
We did make her pay. Her entire group of friends got wiped out. Her people are gone. Her friends' people are gone.
Hey, what the fuck was that?
Not much more could have been done.
I don't fucking care.
Uh-oh. Ooh. She's angry. She's got a right to be angry, but that's a bold position to take with the leader of your town. That's basically the mayor she's talking back to. That's dangerous. Alright, back to bed. um, can you imagine a whole in-game sequence just to wake up, close the window, and go back to bed? What kind of nonsense would that be? What's this? Jesus. Those books? Yeah, they are. Jesse's parents came out today. It was nice at first. They're good people. But then they started pushing for us to move back to Jackson. I couldn't handle it and left for the woods. I didn't come back until late at night. Dina stayed up for me. I could tell she was mad, but she grabbed my hand and led me to bed. I feel so guilty. It happened again. I was hunting this boar, and I'd cornered it in this old gas station. It was bleeding out, screaming. Sounded like him. And I couldn't get the images out of my head. I left it there, dying. My skin hurts. When does it get quiet? Time was supposed to extinguish the desire. Oh, she was trying to figure out the right words. Haunted by your smiles, the mask keeps getting heavier. 1 step forward, 2 steps back. There's a noose around my neck, and the further I get, it's harder and harder to breathe. Can I find a way to cut the cord? I've been waiting for dawn, but the light is all gone. Don't know if I'm already blind. Can I leave it all behind? Happened again. Got rid of the images pretty quickly, but my skin hurt the rest of the morning. I gave up trying to go back to sleep. Dina stayed up with me. When will this stop? I don't know how Dina talks so easily about Jesse. She tells JJ all about him. She thinks it'd be good for me to talk about Joel, to get it out. When she says that, it makes the memories sound like food poisoning. I don't want to talk about it. It's just gonna hurt. And I think once I'd start, I wouldn't be able to stop. Took JJ on a ride today. He laughed the whole time. I almost didn't think about Seattle all day. It was nice. Alright, so was that the whole thing? Damn. That's sad. What else can we do? Oh, something else must be open, maybe? No. Not over here. I heard that wind, though. Oh, over here. Okay. I still love how mirrors work in these games. It's so good. Why would you guys even leave this one open? Oh. It sounded familiar, but I'm not sure what it was.
I woke up in the morning about 9:30. The axe in the blood was standing on my right.
Oh hey, they're having like a town party.
Take a little city to go. I began to think what do I do? I grabbed my head and made up the wind just a little too slow. It overtook me and
Oh, this looks like it's probably a flashback. Yeah, it's a flashback because there's Jesse.
I hate these things.
Tell me about it.
Your old man really laid into me today.
What happened?
Another big lecture about my patrols. Don't go here, don't go there. It's funny how involved he gets whenever you're scheduled to go out. She's putting on quite the show.
I give you guys 2 weeks until you're back together.
Not gonna.
That aged like milk.
She say something, dude?
That comment aged like
Maybe 1
milk.
week.
Ellie! Hey! What took you so long?
Oh, I'm here, aren't I?
Tina?
Jesse.
Damn, really?
Hey, don't forget, we're heading out early, so get some rest.
Yes, sir.
Such a dick. Come on. Why don't you start with me? Okay, I have a very serious question for you. How bad do I smell?
Like a hot pile of garbage?
Oh, okay.
Uh,
How about that?
Gross.
You love it.
so this was when Ellie still thought that they were probably getting back together.
Every guy in this room is staring at you right now.
Maybe they're staring at you.
So I think this is before the start of the game entirely.
Maybe they're jealous of you.
I'm just a girl, not a threat.
Given that Ellie's gay, that's a weird position to take. To say just a girl, as if it's not, like...
I think they should be terrified.
Oh. Yeah, I think this was the night before the game started. That was cute.
Hey, it's a family event.
Sorry. Sorry.
Remember next time there's kids around.
Yeah, like you're setting such a great example.
Oh, just what this town needs. Another loudmouth dyke.
Ooh.
The fuck did you just say?
Ellie,
Hey!
Ellie, don't.
Get the hell out of here. Get
Ho,
your
ho.
hands off me.
Ho, ho, ho,
Hey!
ho,
Enough.
ho, ho.
Come on, let's go for a walk.
What about them?
You worry about yourself.
Let's get you some fresh air.
Yeah, kiddo.
What is wrong with you?
He had no right.
And you do? I don't need your fucking help, Joel.
Damn, come on.
Right.
So now we know their last interaction before everything was like effectively the "I hate you." Like I absolutely understand why that's eating at her. Because it was one of those, like, the last thing I said was "I hate you," and it was the last time I got to talk to him. And like, he did a lot of bad. Like, I feel like Joel did a lot of bad things. He really did. He wasn't the greatest guy. It's tough to redeem him as a character. And she, at that point, already knew about what happened at the hospital, all the people he hurt, the fact that he, destroyed the ability to try and make a vaccine, even though it wouldn't have been possible anyway. But in the end, like, he did something that most people may not be able to do, and that a lot of people will wish they will be able to do one day, and that's he died a good man. And honestly, that has got to make her feel so much worse.
He had a day.
Because the last thing she said was, "I hate you." Like, not literally, but the way she talked to him.
Talk about it.
It's gotta hurt to know that, like, he didn't die doing something wrong. He died a good man.
You don't owe Tommy anything.
This isn't for Tommy.
I don't need him. Not like you, Dina.
What? You think this is easy? For you and for him, I deal with it.
I love you.
Prove it.
Stay. I can't.
So what? I'm just supposed to sit here and wait for you? For God knows how long, just thinking you're fucking dead the entire time?
I don't plan on dying.
Yeah, well, neither did Jesse. Or Joel.
Oh, come on.
Stop it.
She's right, but low blows. She hit herself below the belt too, but still, low blows.
It doesn't get to be more important than that.
Here's the thing. I agree with Dina, but I think she's looking at it the wrong way. Like, she's looking at the big picture, which is fine, and it's like she's looking at it properly. She sees the situation, she understands what Ellie is dealing with and how to go about fixing it. But the line, "she doesn't get to be more important than our family," is not correct. Like, it boils down to being about Abby, but it really isn't about her at all. Her dad and the dad of their child are gone because of her. Tommy is crippled because of her. It's not about her. It really isn't. And I feel like that's important to note.
Okay, Constance. Now we just need...
Oh, checked this street a week ago. I can't believe you traded a pistol for this. It's a lead. No way that guy saw fireflies over here.
Stop. I feel good about this.
Well, I don't.
Come on.
Hmm.
$24.10. It's not going to be on that side. It's all evens. Shh. Something's out there.
Uh-oh. Well, we haven't dealt with infected in a long time. Oh, there's some in there, too. What do we got? We got a shotgun with 3 shots, a revolver with 3 shots, and 2 pipe bombs. That other one's gonna turn around. That other one's gonna turn around. Ooh, no. Come on. Got it. Yeah, I did see another one in here. Uh-oh. I don't know if I have any shivs. Do I? No, I don't. Ooh, that's an issue. Can I get anything to craft? No, my health is full. Actually, do I still have all of my... Yeah, I do. Maybe I should just avoid the clicker and not worry about it. Because, like, there's not really anything I can do. I might as well just sneak around it. Oh, well, I guess this is what we're doing. The Rattlers are here. No one is going to make me their effing slave. Andrew, Logan, Ori, Daddy is coming to see you. Well, that's a depressing idea. I don't know what it actually means in the end, but we can assume. Alright, yeah, I'm just gonna pretend that clicker's not there, and I'm gonna keep going. I'm not worried about it.
We're good.
Jeez, I think I can still hear it clicking at me. Alright. I might as well.
I don't see any numbers.
Yeah. This has to be it. Right?
Sure.
Survival training? Wait a minute. What is this? Hang on, I'm just gonna look at the trophy. Learn 25 player upgrades. Oh, okay. Let me look at the trophies actually. Is there a thing for learn all player upgrades? Okay. I don't think that can be done in a single playthrough. Skills locked to acquire prerequisite weapon. Yeah, I guess I got a whole bunch of stuff there.
Let's see.
Whatever.
Good enough.
Yeah, it'll do. Nope.
This place looks abandoned.
Keep searching.
Just slightly, yeah.
They painted the indoors to look like the outdoors.
Oh,
It's
it's
more
like the...
a child's dream version of the outdoors. In the old world,
That's
it would be
that's
common
really
for them to
cute.
decorate kids' rooms like this.
This is cute. I wasn't even
Dad
paying
painted
attention.
A color-filled jungle for me.
Oh. Kara would have loved that.
I bet she would have.
Honestly, I think I think her dad was an okay guy, but his last act was something awful. It really was. So, you know,
Constance. This is the place.
I don't know how to feel about him.
There's nothing here.
You know what I mean? Like, his last thing that he did was to try and kill Ellie. Like, for the sake of medicine and helping people, sure. But without asking her. Like, I think she had the right to know what she was dealing with, what was going to happen. And nobody tried to consult her on it. And it was just, it was the wrong way to do it. So it's like, I think he was an okay guy, but I don't know.
Maybe there's another way in?
I don't like that at all.
I'm trying to be helpful.
You're always helpful.
Lev is a good noodle. Lev is indeed a good noodle,
Is it
though.
really nothing? It can't be.
Ooh. Oh look, a bullet, because I didn't use any. Alcohol. Alright. So there's nothing
Lev, I
here?
think we're done here.
No, wait.
Hmm?
You find something?
Oh, wait, scratch marks.
Scratches.
There's gotta be like a basement door or another room behind here?
Scooch.
Yeah, there's another door. Yep, a basement. Hello. Is this the part where something crawls up the
Hello?
stairs like Mia at the beginning of Resident Evil 7? Is that what I'm about to deal with? Because I don't wanna.
Well, since anyone's been here.
Unfortunately, I have to agree with you. Pretty nice barracks, all things considered.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff here. Like a lot of supplies, plenty of beds. This is a good place to store like an entire squad of soldiers. Not an army, of course, but her saying
You were
barracks
here for a
is
while.
like pretty appropriate.
That's the shower, right?
Mm-hmm.
Man, can you imagine how good a proper shower must feel in a like living in the world that they do? Oh my goodness. Getting like a bath bomb or something.
Is this frequency currently in use? This is... Do you see a call sign anywhere?
Oh, what?
It's a short list of numbers and letters.
Hmm.
This is Abby from Santa Barbara. Can anyone hear me? Standing by. Is anyone out there?
What's this?
Oh, there we go.
Those are frequencies. Is this frequency currently in use? This is Abby from Santa Barbara. Is anyone out there?
Are these other Firefly outposts?
At one point or another. So she's looking for the Fireflies.
Can anyone hear me? Hello?
Even though she was so confident they disbanded.
Is this frequency currently in use? This is Abby from Santa Barbara. Hello? Hello?
Nothing. So that's what, 2 of them? There were 4?
Is this frequency currently in use? Hello, this is Abby from Santa Barbara. Can anyone hear me? If anyone can hear me, please reply. Please answer.
Nope.
Hi, Abby.
Oh?
We got a clear signal on you. Where in Santa Barbara you calling from?
2425 Constance. We got a tip about a base, but there's no one here. We're looking for fireflies. I'm a firefly.
Oh, she's identifying with that group again.
I was part of the Salt Lake outpost.
Who ran that facility?
Dr. Jerry Anderson. He was my dad.
How about that? We pulled everyone back from the satellite stations and brought them back here to home base.
How many of you are there?
We're about 200 strong now, with a few more every month.
There's really a whole community of fireflies.
You're about to get 2 more. How do we find you?
Get to Catalina Island. Approach the large domed building in Avalon. We'll find you.
Okay. Okay, we'll see you soon. Over and out.
Looking forward to it. Good luck, Abby from Santa Barbara.
His voice sounds familiar.
Come on, let's get back to the sailboat.
Okay. Fine.
Hmm?
You were right.
What was that?
Why do you make me repeat whenever I'm wrong?
Because it makes me feel better. And because it happens so rarely.
Anything else I can do? I guess I can craft another first aid kit. Probably a good idea. How do we get in? I don't remember how I got in. Oh yeah, through here. Here we go. Oh! Uh-oh. Hey yo, what is going on? Oh, Jesus! Oh my god, that punch! Oh my god. Hey Raul, what's up?
I'm feeling now. Fire up.
We are having a bad time.
Come here, let me see you. You ready?
Wait, what are you doing? Wait.
You really do always pop in at, like, the best or worst, depending on your perspective, times.
Get that little one.
Oh, you started God of War 1 tonight, that's right. Nice, nice.
Don't you fucking touch him!
Shit. One hell of a catch, huh?
Well, that's just slightly horrifying. Oh, well, there's their boat. Discovered by Ellie. Goodbye, Ronda Rousey. Yep. Indeed. Damn, she looks like hell. She looks sunburnt.
2425 Constance. Yeah, that's gotta be it.
Trying to look at, like, actual maps of a city is weird. Just, like, trying to find where everything is. It's so, like, it's an interesting experience, but not something I'm really used to. Like, I've looked at digital maps, but I feel like a paper one is just weird. I don't know. So the good info I traded those fish for turned out to be bogus. Despite our repeated dead ends, my gut tells me the Fireflies are in Santa Barbara. Somewhere. I'm picturing the snark I'd be getting if you heard me say that. Shut up. Gonna check out another tip back in the suburbs. Wish us luck. He was sitting by the fire at night with Lev, looking at the waves. Or I was sitting by the fire, thinking about you. Told him your stupid joke about the skateboarding grandma. He laughed so hard he spit out his food. It's the happiest I've seen him yet. I miss you. You'd have liked it here. There are no towns, just small caravans that move up and down the coast. Everyone says Santa Barbara is haunted, like some Bermuda Triangle. I think it's beautiful. I saw a seal the other day. It had spots. Is this some karmic way of you mocking me? That's funny. So, Raul, how was God of War? Was that episode 1?
What'd she get up to this
It was, right? Or did I miss something within the last, like, day? No, wait, no, that's not what I... Damn it. Bring me back. Yes, sir. How'd that go? This way? What do we got? Oh, we have all of our stuff. Okay, so we're just straight up back as Ellie now. Awesome! Alright, I don't remember what I was aiming for here. Craft more arrows, maybe? Yeah, I think we wanted... Yeah, let's have some arrow efficiency here. I think I'll wait on that until I see some more of the resources lying around.
This looks promising.
This beach is really pretty. Oh, do I have to, like, jump across everything? Oh, okay. Did it say how much time had passed? Because I wasn't paying attention. I didn't see if it said, like, oh, a month later, or a week later, or whatever. Like, I wonder how long it's been.
Here we go.
Oh. What? Wait. Why? Oh. Yeah, never mind, that makes sense.
Okay.
I was wondering why we didn't just jump up, but, you know, either way.
Now what? Mesa Bluff. I'm here, and Santa Barbara proper is that way.
Alright, let's go. Here's to hoping Ellie still has her knife. Yep, we do. Good news, we can kill clickers. Alright. Oh good, we're getting weapon parts still, so that means there's an upgrade table. I know I told you I'd wait for you here, but it's not safe. Rattlers are all through these woods. I can't risk getting chained up again. I'll be in that place where I told you that ping pong ball joke. I miss your laugh. I hope you got out okay. Rattlers. So, are those the people that just attacked us as Abby? Because there was a note in the Firefly bunker that was saying the same name. No, don't light the... And now it's on fire in my backpack, because why not? Ooh. Okay. Herky. Get it. Oh no, not the stalkers. No. No. Let me kill the clicker first. Okay, the sound waves can't reach me from here. Ow! I'm okay with that. As long as I got to kill the clicker first, I'm fine. Alright, we're good. I'm guessing this isn't, the way to go. To jump up here, maybe? No. Over the wall? That would make sense. Or under the wall. Alright. Where? Oh! Gotcha! Alright, we're good.
Hope I can cut through here.
Is there anything I can use? Or is this just a travel area? Okay, a weapon. Oh, some supplements to upgrade. So, like, this means there's actual, like, gameplay left.
Alright.
Oh. Was that one of the big guys? Would you have preferred this ending? Is it? Yeah. Yeah. I think this would have been better as kind of like what Mass Effect 3 did originally, with its, like, extended ending thing, where it gives you a little bit more after your choice. So it's like, this game could have ended officially there, but giving you the option to have something a little further if you wanted to finish it. Like, get that closure that everybody wanted. Every time they do that, it sounds like they're belching, and I don't like it. Oh no! I'm gonna die. I didn't even realize those things were here. Oops. That was rough. Jeez. I had no idea the stalker ones were there. Which, I guess in fairness is the point of them, but still, that was annoying. I could have just hidden in here. Okay. Alright, I need a new one of these. I should heal. Am I able to upgrade anything? Yes, I can upgrade a few things. Cool. Alright. I should probably get the stability upgrade for this, too. What? Oh, I already have it. So I guess the recoil? Cool. Alright. Well, I guess we're done. I'm so disappointed. Like, I'd really done a good job sneaking around and just, you know, getting all the items without being noticed.
Okay. Santa Barbara's downhill. 25 Constance.
But yeah, like I was saying, I think this would have been much better as like an optional post-game DLC kind of thing. You know, like an extended edition if you wanted a little bit more to it. I feel like this shouldn't have counted as mandatory or even necessarily canon. I feel like I'm not supposed to slide down this. Ooh. I like this game, but after the first, it wasn't. No. Oh no, the sight indicator's gone. Alright, I think I got them. Yeah, it wasn't gonna live up to the hype, but also the first one literally won Game of the Decade. It's almost impossible for a sequel to live up to that kind of strength, no matter how good it is. That's the problem. The first one was so good, even if everything had been done right with this one, it probably still wouldn't have been good enough. Just because that's the kind of impression the developers made in the first game. Like, that's a testament to just how good it really is. Uh-oh. Well, alright, roll credits. GG. Damn, that's a lot of blood lost.
Abby. I found you.
See? We got a live one.
Oh, it's this asshole again.
Bitch is fucked up.
Oh, and him. Ooh.
We'd be lucky if she lasts a month. Can we please just say we're done for the day?
Yeah. Get that thing down. Let's reset the traps.
Really, man? I mean, is she even worth the trip back? It's not like...
Hey, get you?
No. I'm good.
Yo, he was ready to cap him right there.
Something funny?
Looks like you shit your pants.
Fuck you say?
Oh, bitch.
You like funny, huh?
Yo, she's literally just bleeding out and incapable of moving.
Yeah, it's funny, right? It's funny. Come on.
Ah, good, we got them.
Wait. You said Abby. You're looking for an Abby, right? We picked one up a couple months ago.
This has been a couple months.
Oh, no, big girl. Blonde. Arms like mine. She had a scrawny kid with cuts by his mouth.
The wild-eyed look.
You let me go. I'll tell you where she is. Get to her before that infection takes over.
Talk.
She's in a holding cell in our camp.
Where's that?
Head that way till you hit the railroad track. That'll lead you to a resort. We keep them in the tall, round building.
She's going to kill him.
I swear.
That's okay. I believe you. Why ain't she in bad shape?
Traxter Resort. Tall round building. Traxter Resort. Tall round building. Fuck.
We'll go back.
Ooh. So Lou filled up 5 ter... I'm sorry? With his external, he's got 5 terabytes? Yep, that's me, but you're wondering how I got here. No, for context, a few of us in our group chat, Raul, Michael, you know, a couple of us, we're talking about how much space we have on our systems versus like how many games we have, games we wanted to get and download and play together, whatever. And a friend of ours, Lou, was talking about how his PlayStation and external are completely filled. He can't get any more games on there, and he refuses to delete them on the off chance he wants to play them again, which I suggested he could just re-download them, but whatever. He's got 5 terabytes, and he still managed to fill them to the point that he doesn't feel he can get rid of any. Like, he wants to replay all 5 terabytes worth of games? Are you kidding me? I only have 800 gigs on this thing, and I always have like 150 gigs of space. That's ridiculous. Like, that's a completely meaningless rant, but it's like, really? That's the fuss you were making? Aww.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Damn it. Previously on Hoarders. Yeah.
Get around her! Yeah, got it!
Wow, my aim. So much for the stability and recoil upgrades. No. No.
Bring her down, girl!
So many of my shots are like barely missing. I don't know, I kind of want to restart the encounter because I messed up that whole thing. Like, that whole thing got messed up. I think I should have gotten a kill shot after that first one.
Huh? Strand! You got a strand!
Really?
Here, here!
What? Wow. Wow, my aim is trash. I was aiming fine before. Like, I was okay when I was fighting the infected. What happened? Why am I suddenly sucking at it? You know, it's frustrating that I have this kind of, like, in-between when it comes to games that require shooting. Where, you know, I'll have random bouts of, I can't land a single shot to save my life. But then at the same time, I'll also have random bouts of, I hit every shot perfectly, right between the eyes, like it's nothing. Oh. I wish I could hide bodies, but given where he is, I think it's hidden. Oh. Hello there. Goodbye. Is that a machete? I suddenly stopped out of your... Yeah, I guess it is. You're right, you're right. Uh-oh, doggo. Oh. Oh, what? I hit the dodge button. Bad dog. Every single one of those shots was dead center on his face.
Nice try!
How did you... You're behind cover. On what planet do you live where that counts as seeing me?
I know you're out there! Huh? Got you now!
That one... Okay, those two were misses. I can admit that. Honestly, even the game doesn't want me to keep going.
Better find her before these idiots kill her.
That was frustrating, because, like, I'm pretty sure several of those pistol shots were centered on his head. And they just didn't. And that's really frustrating, given that I don't have that much ammo to work with. You know, especially given that I shot the dog in the face, and its response was to run at me and alert him. So, that's also frustrating. Oh, this is a hive? Or it was, I guess. Alright, revolver. Ooh, first aid kit. Well, at least now I don't have to waste resources making a new one. Teddy bear. There we go. You know, some of you may remember I've talked in the past about my, like, associative memory. How, if I'm, like, watching something or listening to something while playing a game, I can recall where I was in the game or what song I was listening to while playing the game. Like, I know when I did what. When I was at this point in the game, the very first time I got here, like when the game first came out, I was watching the Season 4 finale of... I was watching the Season 4 finale of Angel when I finished Abby's section. And... What? There we go. And the Season 5 opening when I got to this spot. And if you don't know what Angel is, if you've ever heard of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, it's a spin-off. And actually my favorite show. So, you know, if you're into that kind of stuff, and, you know, you're interested in shows that, you know, might be of that genre, I seriously recommend it, because it's great. Oh. They got helmets. Alright, they got helmets. That's an issue. that's a long shot. Can I nail it though? Nope. What? Wait. Why did you call out a name? Why did you call out a name? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. He called out a name. Did I nail somebody in the face that was in the dark? I didn't see anyone.
There's someone here. Look around. Be ready.
There's no way. Never mind, my aim's back. Task failed successfully. I missed my target and shot someone else in the face. I don't know how to feel about that.
Over here.
Oh, thanks.
Shit. Hammer down! You got it!
You'll try. Baha! Bye. Not the dog! Not the dog! Oh, come on. You still shot me through the wall. Ow. Got it. Oh, you came over here.
Dad, do you hear me?
Am I supposed to feel bad that I killed a slaver? Because I don't. I just want to let you know that if I'm supposed to feel bad, I really, really don't. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Got you.
Ooh, gimme.
Any others? Oh, fuck. Side.
Alright, now I gotta check. Now I gotta check. Did I? No, it doesn't look like I did. Wait. There's a gun on the ground. Bro, I actually clocked someone in the jaw from that far away and I couldn't even see him. That's hilarious. That is straight up task failed successfully. I was not aiming for him. Alright. I need to make sure I'm like full up on all my ammo. I want this. Do I have any other pistols? No. Oop. Computer battery running low. I would like to keep my stream manager up, please. Thank you. I'm good, I'm good. Ooh. Ooh, yay, rifle! Oh, I see the hydrate. Okay, drink. The drink has been taken. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Tracks to the resort.
I don't trust this. I feel like this is trapped. Oh. So that's how that would have happened. If I'd tried to just go past them. Which might have worked. A little. Whoa. Confirmed he filled up his fort.
Looks like a tall round building.
Unless he has like 3 Call of Duty games, which would fill up that much space, then there's no reason for him to have 5 terabytes worth of games and claim he's playing every single one of them at the same time. I'm sorry. That's just not really a thing. Not for anybody we know, anyway. Hey Rattlers, it's Mackenzie. I'm out. Free. My husband died picking your effing tomatoes. We aren't some lonely stragglers. I will be back with others. Your time is coming. I don't think you managed. However, I applaud the effort and appreciate the bravado. So, how do I get in? Do I get in through like a front gate? Do I just walk in and start shooting? So anyway, I started blasting. How are we doing this? Oh. Alright, so that's how I get there. Can I go through here? No. I was gonna see if maybe there was some items over that way. Alright, hole in the fence. Classic. Classic. Oh. How many cards are you smuggling?
We got a live one! Over here! On it! Right here!
Oh, that killed him. Okay. Hi there. You having fun? Oh, hi. Did you think that was gonna work? I gotta ask. Did either of you think that was gonna work in your favor? Yeah, it had to be done. I'm sorry. Like, that revealed me, and that's gonna cause its own level of trouble, but that needed to be done. Well, it's true that the infected are monsters with no control, and they do need to die. There's no excuse to use them as playthings and mess with them, because, like, those are people that you're disrespecting in the end. So, where's the... I'm currently watching Raul as he gives Lou a hard time. Oh, I could have let it go? That's interesting. As he gives Lou a hard time for magically filling up 5 terabytes of space off of the amount of games that he's got. And, oh. And, he just sent, as Lee would say, you know, as I would say, how many kids you got in there? Because y'all know how I am with Monsters, Inc. That's funny. Hang on, I'm gonna keep... I'm getting a lot of supplies. Unfortunately, none of it is supplies I'm actually using. Do I have anything I can do? No. I think the minimum I need is 30. And I have 29, which is annoying. No bad when I fill up my 5 terabyte. I literally, like, my PS4 has 800. I only ever use 650 or 7 at a time. And I don't have an external. So, you know, it's like, I never really have a space problem. You know, sometimes I want to download stuff that's on the larger side, and, like, I can't at the moment, but, like finishing Kingdom Hearts, the story so far, and finishing the Mass Effect trilogy were huge, because I got to delete both of those at the same time, because we finished them on the same day. So that opened up, like, a lot of space for me. But I didn't need anything other than that. You know, it's like, I wasn't sitting there going, oh my god, I gotta play this game right now, but I have no space to spare. It's just there. I don't get how that works. Also, is that 5 terabytes, like, with an external, or does the PS5 have that much space?
Okay.
There's no way the system's that big. Well, actually, that would make sense, given how the size of games keeps increasing, but it's still really wild.
It's all around building. There it is.
The external is specifically... Oh, okay.
I think we got company. I'll see what it was.
Bye-bye.
Next.
That's 2. Okay, so the actual system has about the same as a PS4. It's nothing like... It's nothing crazy in comparison. Ooh, right in the jaw. I divide between because my PS4 games are on the external and I save the... Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Sweep this place. We're not alone.
What gave you that impression?
Got you. What the hell was that? Hey.
I'll check it out.
You got 4...
Someone took her out! Someone's still out there!
You got 4 of them? I was only joking. Wait, what happened? Oh my god. We made the Call of Duty joke. Like, y'all heard me make the Call of Duty joke because it is notorious for being way bigger than it has any business being. He actually does have 4 of them installed. That is hilarious.
I'm on it.
I'm sure you did see some. You gonna see Jesus.
We good? Got nothing.
I was laughing as hard as... Oh my god. I seriously cannot believe he's actually got 4 of them. Like... Enjoy your games, people. But there really is no good reason for Call of Duties to be that like that size heavy. You know what I mean? Like... Like, they shouldn't be that huge, file-wise. And having 4 of them on your system at once and then complaining you have no space on it is absurd. It's just gonna keep looking at me no matter what I do. There's a clicker too, come on. No way I can unhook that and let it go. Alright. Well, on the bright side, I'm getting most of my arrows back. Oh, yeah. Come through. Come through. Yeah. What's goody? Nice timing, bro.
Man.
Ow. Can you send me the Edgeworth? You are not a clown. You are the entire circus. It makes me sad that that's just a meme. Like, I genuinely think the game would have been so much better if that was an actual line in it. It's not fair that it's just a meme.
Behind the table!
Damn, really? Damn it. Oh! Whoa! What just hit me? There's nobody else here! Oh, there's a sniper over there. Oh, you want to play that game, do you? What? Why is that not working? There we go. Now, I understand he was sitting behind, like, a railing, but I'm sorry. That, like, barbed wire sticking up does not catch a bullet. There's no way that it catches a bullet. Who sees me? Up there. Look in the chat now. You're gonna have to give me a minute, man. Did I get her? No, I didn't. Whatever. Not looking anymore, so it's no longer my problem. Alright, I'm down to 3 arrows. Ooh, I got 4. As long as these guys leave me alone. This is going to end badly, but I feel like... Should I pull the hook? Should I pull... Like, do you think... I don't know what to expect. I really don't. Alright, so this one's not gonna... This one... No, this one will as soon as I start shooting at it. Let's see how this works out. Why is this one just sitting there? Aw, I didn't hear that. Oh, y'all been caught now. What? No! There's no way. There is no way that it heard me instantly while crouching and moving slowly. From that far? No. Whatever. Well, that sucks. It seems releasing them was completely pointless. I can kill this one at least. Maybe when they start firing shots, the other one will go for them? That's just a guess, but worth a shot, I suppose. Alright, give me my brick. No, that's not open. I don't hear anybody else. Alright, got you. I want to break this so that I can get the food in it. Well, I guess I don't need the food right this second. My health is full. Alright. Ooh, yes, ammo! I don't know why you jumped down. I mean, I suppose you can try. Ow.
Right over here!
Of course. Of course it went for me instead, even though he's screaming right there. That's fair.
I'll find you.
You'll die trying, just like everybody else did.
Found you. Coward.
Bye-bye. I prefer resourceful, but however. Now I'll take the food. I need to craft. Can I purchase anything new here? Cool. Oh my god. What is he just... Is he okay? Is Lou alright? Sure. Let's look at this. Jenny, sending along some extra beef, grapefruit, and potatoes I just got. They've been impressed with how many strays I've captured and wanted to reward me. We're seeing the best crop we've had since we settled here. Please make sure my mom gets fatty cuts. She looked too skinny last time I saw her. Pat. Nah, you using slaves to feed your families? No, 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 sir. I kill you for free. We don't play that here. There is never a good reason for forcing people to do your dirty work. Never, never, never. Alright, I'll just take this. Wait. Oh, yeah, I think I was supposed to... Yeah, I was supposed to go out this way.
We've been hit. What happened? I don't know. It's gotta be a fucking stray. Shit.
Spread out! Guard the tower!
Might have something. I got it. You good or what? Nothing here.
Bye-bye. What?
We got a stray! Over here!
That landed straight on him, and it lit his sleeve on fire a good few seconds later. Why does it do that? Ah! Ow!
God damn it!
Go away. Y'all get really upset for trash. It's kind of surprising, really. Imagine being sad your friends died, but you exploit people for a living.
She went back there.
Tough. Go ahead.
Anyone see her?
Nothing here.
Bye-bye. Come on. Come on, big boy. Goodbye. How many more? You know, I could just swap and wipe them out in a couple of seconds.
In the building!
Bye-bye.
Get down!
Boom. What was that? You were saying something? I don't know, it sounded like he was gonna say nice try. I wish I could have heard him. Alright, I have a single arrow left, although I'm able to craft more if I really want to. Alright, I think that's everything. Oh, cool! I got the arrow back from the first guy I shot. I keep forgetting that, like, the bodies despawn, but the ammo stays. Which is very helpful. But sometimes it's difficult to remember where you shot, because, like, you can't see the body for reference. This place is nice. Wait, was that stained glass? Is that a church? What was the point? We killed everybody in the way. What are you doing? Alright, whatever. Oh, no, not that wound.
Kill her! Bitch! I got the key!
Ooh. Okay, they're trying to escape. Well, I'm totally down for this.
Hey, where's Abby? She's bit!
Keep back!
Hey, don't put that fucking thing in me!
Hey! Abby tried to escape. She's down in the pillars.
The pillars?
Head down to the beach. You won't miss it. She's probably already dead. Come on!
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why they care if she's bit or not. They're going the other direction. Oh, I think that opened her up again. Yeah. Getting hit like that just opened her up all over again. I'm glad we let them out, and now they can get themselves back to wherever it is that they came from. Alright, I'm not able to change my weapon. I'm not able to select any items or open my backpack. Oh, gunfire. They're fighting their way back out. Alright, so it seems like whatever is happening right now is the end of it. Or at least the end of this section. There's nothing more. Damn. Well, that was quick. You know, I wonder who's winning. I hope it's the prisoners. I really hope the slaves manage to win. There never has been, never will be any excuse for what those people were doing to them, and I do not feel bad. Oh, wasn't this horrifying? Can I... Is this not something I climb up? No? Oh. It's her. She got Grandpa's haircut. Oh no.
Abby. I got you. I got you. There goes this way.
Oof. You know, I actually thought this section was a lot longer. So I'm kind of surprised, but also glad that, like, I'm clocking in at basically that 2-hour mark. I'm managing to do this in, like, the perfect timing. Works for me. I would have, like, what we did at the beginning of the episode where we played as Abby, found the house, got kidnapped, and then switched to Ellie again, I would have liked to have done that before ending last week. And then just the Ellie section here been tonight, but either way, it works out. Tonight would have been the ending no matter what happened. This boat looks an awful like the one from the menu. Convenient that there's two. Oh. She still can't let it go. Even after all of this, she still can't let it go.
I can't let you leave.
I'm not doing this.
She literally does not want the smoke. Oh.
No.
Damn, she's sunburned to hell too.
Yes, you will.
He's not a part of this.
You made him a part of this.
No. I can accept that Ellie wants to settle it. I can accept she wants to fight Abby and finish it, get it over with. But Lev really didn't do anything. In fact, Lev is the reason Dina is still alive and JJ is alive. It's like your toilet looks like, that right there is Ellie saying that Dina and JJ's lives weren't important enough to her. And I truthfully don't think that fits Ellie's character. I think at that point, the moment she threatens Lev, the writers threw her character out the window and officially made her just as bad as any of the wolves or the government or anybody else that we can't stand in this game. And whoever decided to write the character that way, just so that we'd be more conflicted on whether we want to hate Ellie or Abby more, honestly, shame on you. There was no good reason to do that. We'll just put the knife down. We're trying to fist fight here. Can I put it away? No, fight her. Yeah, exactly. It feels like somebody else did this. This is just trashy, too, that she's using a knife instead of fighting her. Like, you wanted this fight so bad, and you won't even fight. right in the wounds, too. Now it's a fair fight. Bro. She's blocking every hit. Oh, there we go. She's literally blocking every single hit. What am I supposed to do about that? Like, I've managed to hit her in the face 4 times. Look at that! I lost the fight even though I dodged the majority of her hits and landed most of my punches. What kind of garbage is that? Like, this fight would have been a lot better if it hadn't taken place with a knife first. Whatever. Let's just finish this. Oh, oh.
Go. Just take him.
I feel like that shift somehow makes it even worse. Because, like, she's holding her under the water, she's drowning, she's about to go. Lost her dino nuggies for no reason. And then all of a sudden, it's a single flash of Joel looking at her, and then immediately she lets her up and starts crying. Like, if you're going to do that, that's the part in the cutscene where you would show multiple flashbacks or an interaction of happiness between the two of them, or like some show of mercy on Joel's part. Like, you show multiple shots with examples of why she would be like that, why she would suddenly change her mind and let her go and just start crying. Like, that entire ending segment was so badly done. It seriously was. Like, from a writing standpoint, from a design standpoint, if you had left it at her, Dina, and JJ at the farm, it would have been great. If you had at least done just a little bit more, use my strong hand. If you had done just a little bit more with that ending segment there, that fight, made it so it was like a fair fist fight all the way through, made it so that there was more to her letting Abby go, it would have been okay. But instead, it's terrible. and like somebody made a conscious decision, probably a few somebodies made a conscious decision to do this, and it just sucks. Can she even play anymore? Like, can you play guitar? I guess it depends on your dominant hand, because you don't need all 5 fingers to strum. But generally, you need at least, you know, most of your fingers to be able to, like, change where you, like, change the notes you're playing. I don't remember if there's like a specific term for that. Okay, so it is that hand. Yeah, she'd be better off trying to learn with the other hand at that point. I don't know. I feel like the fact that they did that to her and then gave her the punishment of not being able to properly play guitar anymore just sucks. Like, it should have been her other hand, if that's how they were going to do this. See, this is what the flashback should have been. When she had her under the water, this is what it should have been. We should have gotten this as a scene. Not just a small 2-second image of it. Lost everything and now it's such a... Exactly. Like, if this had been what we saw while she had her under the water, it would have been okay. I could have accepted that post-game if this is what we got instead. And preferably if she'd lost fingers on the other hand instead, but whatever.
Not bad.
I had Seth under control.
Oh, so they did talk afterwards.
About my patrols.
They did talk after.
Okay. Dina. Is she your girlfriend?
No.
Your punishment.
That was just one kiss. It doesn't mean anything. She just... I don't know why she did that.
But you do like her.
Yeah, exactly. They took every step they could think of to make the ending bad. Like, it seriously did not have to end like that.
Girl's intentions are bad. But I do know that she would be lucky to have you.
You're such an asshole.
I'm not trying to.
I was supposed to die in that hospital.
Oh.
My life would have fucking mattered. But you took that from me.
If somehow the Lord gave me a second chance at that moment, I would do it all over again.
Huh. Yeah, not a lot of endings are as dissatisfying as this one.
I don't think I can ever forgive you for that. But I would like to try.
Like that.
Oh. I said empty.
Okay.
So the last conversation wasn't an I hate you. It was a let's try again.
Yep.
She left it behind. I just... The best one for you, the player, is that you do nothing. Yeah, it's just... It's frustrating when games give you choices in what you do, like what ending you get, or just choices throughout the game, and none of them actually make a difference. Because there are games where your choices are like, they affect like your next line of dialogue and nothing else, and have no impact on the game, and it makes it completely pointless. You don't play the game, and that's the best scenario. Yeah. Yeah. Is Far Cry 5 the one where you literally sit there right at the beginning and wait for the dude to come back, and that's the ending? Like, he asks you to wait for him, and that's all you gotta do? Or am I thinking of an older one? Damn. Like... No, that's... Okay, 4. 4. Okay, yeah, I was like... that feels like it was 4, because I know it wasn't 3. It feels like it was 4, but I'm not sure. Yeah, honestly, I don't even know what to say to this. Like, The Last of Us 1 was such a good game for me. It was like my goal game when I was still stuck on the PS2 era. I didn't get a PS3 until halfway through 2016. So I've only been on, you know, I was 2 generations behind where we are right now. Only 6 years ago. Not even 6, 5.5 years ago. And, you know, I wanted a PS3 just so I could play The Last of Us. And it was just such an impactful game for me, one that I love so much. And, you know, it won Game of the Decade at the end of the 2010s. And it deserved it. It is one of the best games I've ever played. And this one, it was okay. The game itself isn't bad, but the design is beautiful, the gameplay is fine, the story is honestly a very take it or leave it kind of thing. I think the fact that we were forced to play as both Abby and Ellie in some kind of vain, ridiculous attempt to make us like empathize with Abby and her crew, it didn't work. At least not on me. It didn't work on me at all. I still think their group is just as terrible. I don't feel bad for them. I don't feel bad for the fact that so many of them are gone, that we killed all her friends. I don't feel bad for Abby. I think Ellie made the right decision in the end, but I think that the entire ending sequence was pointless, and not only was it pointless, but it was done badly. And it just, it makes the ending have such like it leaves such a bad taste in your mouth. Because there's nothing satisfying about it. Nothing. And that's frustrating, because when, you know, I know usually sequels don't, you know, typically do that great when your first one is amazing like that. You know, normally you just can't live up to the hype of, you know, your previous performance like that. And I understand that. But this game tried really hard to be worse. It didn't try to match it. It didn't try to be its own thing. It tried to be worse on purpose by intentionally making you angry, making you play as the people you are angry with, by making the character that you already liked seem really, you know, not as good as you thought she was, you know, show that she can be unhinged and have negative aspects. And from a writing aspect, those aren't bad ideas, but they were executed in a bad way, in my opinion. And I just... This game... It had so much potential that I feel got lost. And it sucks. It is a real shame that that happened. Alright. Oh, do we just keep going as it goes? Alright. But I believe that is the end of The Last of Us 2. So I'm going to throw my raid message in the chat, and I'm going to see who's online. Let me look through my list. They tried to make this that obligatory dark second chapter, Empire, Godfather 2. Yeah. Like, out of all the, like, I've played multiple series on this channel so far, and just in general, and there are very few sequels that were even close to on par with the first. Like, Mass Effect 2 is good, not as good as 1. Dark Souls 2, it's a good game. It's a horrible Souls game because it's an absolute mess. It's, you know, it's the one everybody leaves out for a reason. Let's see, what else? Resident Evil 2 was actually a good sequel, especially the remake. What other 2s have I played on stream? Kingdom Hearts 2 is outstanding. It's better than the first one, actually. You know, story-wise, maybe, you know, it can be contended, but gameplay-wise, it's outstanding. You know, it's just, it's not that common that the 2 is as good or even better, and it's a shame that this one fell so far short, given that the original game is a masterpiece. Like, I wish they had done more. I wish they had done more. Alright. Who's on right now? Not a lot of people. From all the dogs to Bruce Straley for his instrumental role in the development and his years of contribution. Ah, I forgot Joel was Troy Baker. Now I get your NFT joke. Damn. I don't know. I mean, so I'm trying to think of what games I can do after this, because I'm not sure where I can go from here. Like, originally I wanted to do Prey as my next game in like the horror genre, but I'm wondering if I should do that. It feels appropriate. Yeah, I think Little Nightmare. I don't have Little Nightmares. My intended next in line was Prey, but I can't remember exactly how I thought about it. But I was having doubts about putting that there. Something else like flashed into my head for it, and Prey went elsewhere, and I'm trying to remember how I set that up, and I just don't remember. You know what? Maybe next week, and like maybe for the next like 2 or 3 weeks, I will finish the horror games I didn't finish over October, which is Doki Doki Literature Club and Code Vein. You know, maybe I can finally put those to bed and, you know, be done with them, because, you know, they definitely fit in the category, I'd say. So, yeah, I think I'll do that, actually. So, maybe next week we can do some Code Vein. Yeah, I think that'll be nice. We'll do that, we'll do that. Let's see. Alright, so we've got our raid message in the chat. I think we'll raid Eileen Senpai, who we haven't gone to visit in a solid, like, month and a half. She's currently playing Dark Souls 3, trying to finish the DLC of it, and, you know, I watched her a couple of days ago. She was doing pretty well with it. She was on the Gorilla, which is, oh god, what's his name? Slave Knight Gale. I don't remember if we fought him in my playthrough, but maybe we'll do that at some point. But everybody, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. You know, I'm sorry we couldn't have had a better ending, but, you know, we take what we get, and it be like that sometimes. Thank you to Raul for your raid, and, you know, for coming to hang out. I appreciate it. And to anybody that's been lurking in the background, your company is always welcome. You know, even if you're just sitting and watching, it's always appreciated. So the schedule coming up is on Monday we'll be continuing Mass Effect Andromeda. On Thursday, Raul and I will be continuing Kingdom Hearts 3. And on Saturday, we'll be playing more of Code Vein. We might be able to finish it. I'm not sure. But we'll see. Anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful night, a wonderful rest of your long weekend, and hopefully you do have one with the holiday. And I hope to see you in the next episode. Have a good night, everybody.